Hello, welcome to mathematics tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about how to go ahead and find the volume of a cylinder. Now, in our diagram here, this is an example of a cylinder. Now, for us to have this underway, we need to understand to say a cylinder has circular shapes on top and at the bottom. Now, on the circular shapes, you have a line that moves from one point of the circumference to the center, being the area or the radius. When we complete the radius, we know to say that is going to give us a diameter. Now, what is the relationship between a diameter and the radius? So if the radius is 2, the diameter should be equal to 4. If the radius is 2, the diameter should be 4. Why? It's because the diameter is twice the radius. The diameter is twice the radius. Now, say we are given a value of 10 as the diameter. If the diameter is 10, it means the radius is dividing. We are going to divide 2 into the diameter to get 5 as our radius. I hope that will help as we undergo the process of calculating volume of a cylinder. Now, how do we calculate volume of a cylinder? So we have an example there on top which says we calculate the volume of the cylinder given above. Now, we use the formula which says volume is equal to pi r squared h. That's the formula that we're going to apply. Now, according to the question, we've been told to say our pi is 22 over 7. So we're going to say it's 22 over 7 multiplied by our radius is of course given here as 5. So we're going to say 5 multiplied by 5 2 times. Why? It's because we have a power 2 for radius. Multiplied by the height. The height is here, which is a 7. Now remember to say there is always a number that can cancel out the fraction so that we don't get to worry about the fraction. So 7 will go with 7. So in this case, we have remained with 22 multiplied by 5 times 5. It's going to give us 25. Now, what is 22 times 25? So let's just calculate it quickly here. We want to do 25 multiplied by 22. 2 times 5, it's a 0. It's 10. We write 0, carry 1. 2 times 2, it's 4, plus 1, it's a 5. The same, we write a place value holder 0. 2 times 5, it's 10. We write 0, carry 1. And then 2 times 2, it's 4, plus 1, it's a 5. When we add, we're going to get 550. So our volume for this particular question is actually 550 cubic centimeters. Just like that. Just like that. I hope this one was quite simple. We'll go on to the next part so that we can cement what we are talking about. So I'm going to skip this one because it's similar to the previous one. I want to talk about something that where we are given a diameter. So the question says the diagram below shows a cylinder with diameter 7 centimeters and height 10 centimeters, taking pi as 22 over 7. So it's the same thing. We're going to say volume is given by pi r squared h. Now in this case, our pi is given as 22 over 7 and our radius, now notice we have a diameter given as 7. So this is a diameter. Since diameter is half of the radius, so it's going to be 7 divided by 2 because it's half of that one, which is 3.5. But of course, I'm going to ask you to leave it as a fraction because it's half of the diameter to give us radius. So we're going to use 7 divided by 2 because this 7, the whole 7 is supposed to be divided into 2 parts. That's why we've said you divide it by 2. I hope that makes sense. So multiplied by 7 over 2 again. Why? It's because we have a power of 2. The radius is supposed to be multiplied by itself 2 times. So it's 7 over 2, 7 over 2. At this particular point, we want to put up the height. What is the height in that question? The height is simply a 10. There's always something that we can cancel out. 7 can cancel with 7. 2 can cancel with 22 to give us 11. 2 can cancel with 5 to give us 5. So that we can have 11 in the first part. We have 11, which is here. This is what we remained with. Here we've cancelled out everything. So we have 7 and 5. When we multiply, we get 35. So we do our calculations from there. What is 1135? So let's just multiply it from here. The same way that will give us a 5. It's a 3. We write a 0. It's a 5. And it's a 3. So at this particular point, we add. We get 8 and a 3. So our final answer is going to be 385 cubic centimeters. Just like that. I hope this makes sense. Let's do one more question just to cement what we have discussed. The one that we left back here, just to cement what we have discussed. So the same volume is given by pi r squared. So at this particular point, our pi is given as 22 over 7 multiplied by our radius. In this case, our radius is actually given as 3 centimeters. So it's 3 centimeters multiplied by our height. Our height being a 21. Our height being a 21. So we have a 21 as our height. Remember, something is supposed to. Okay, fine. Sorry, I missed out here. Our radius is supposed to be twice. So I've missed out multiplied by 3 here. The 3 is supposed to come 2 times. So let's not make that mistake. So we continue. So our 7 is supposed to cancel with that one, which will go there 3 times. And then I have, of course, I can multiply these 2 parts, which will give me 66. Multiplied by 3 and 3 will give me 9. And then at this particular point, I can multiply. 9 times 6 will give me 54. And then I'll keep the 5. 54 again. 54 plus that one will give me 59. So cubic centimeters. Just like that. So that's how simple you can go ahead and calculate volume of given shapes. I hope this one helps out. If I do have any questions whatsoever, please let's meet in the comment section. Thank you.